Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know this is super long overdue, but here I am. Today I'm going to be filming a tutorial for you guys. This is a full tutorial from start to finish, including foundation, everything like that. And this is a look I would wear somewhere daytime, like brunch or something like that, some sort of daytime event, because I feel like this is a little bit softer, even though I feel like you really can wear it at night too. It's kind of versatile, I would say, but this is very spring in color nature, so I feel like this would be good for the weekend, a night out, a night in, brunch, whatever the case may be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys! So I'm going to start off with this Farsali Liquid Glass Serum. I'm using this as my primer. This is really lightweight. I like the way it makes my skin look after I place it on, and I think products go on really smooth with it, so I've been enjoying that product. And if you watch my videos, you know that I typically do my brows last, but I've been doing them first lately. So here I'm going to show you my new technique that I use. And here I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil, and this is in the color Chocolate. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place concealer, and I'm going to use this to clean up my brows. And after I'm done cleaning up my brows, I'm going to use this same concealer to prime my lids, because I used to use the Kat Von D eye primer as my lid primer and I loved it. It was a great product, but they no longer carry it, and I want to show you guys products that are available still now instead of showing you things that you can't go out and purchase or use. So I think that using a concealer is equally as good as the primer, and this concealer is pretty good too. So I'm just going to use that as my base for my eyeshadow. So to set that concealer, I'm going in with this IT Cosmetics powder. I personally love this powder because it adds a little bit of a tint to the lid, and that's where I carry most of my darkness. So I like a powder with a little bit of color to it, but feel free to use any powder in your collection. This is just my personal preference. So now I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. And this palette, you guys, is so good. I love it. I love the color scheme. I think she did a really great job with this palette overall. I got it around Thanksgiving and I haven't put it down since I got it. I've been using it so much. I literally have to force myself to use other palettes because I gravitate towards it so much. So the color I'm going in with first is Off Balance, and as you see, I'm just using this as my transition shade. I'm putting it in the crease with a big fluffy brush, nothing too exciting there. And to deepen up that crease, I'm going with the shade Hot Mess, which is just a little deeper of a, I want to say purplish, like a reddish purple. And that's just going to add a little bit more depth, as you can see, into the crease. And I am bringing this a little bit lower down into that crease, more into the socket, more focused in that area. Now I'm going to use the color Supernova, which is a nice rose gold shade. And I'm going to show you how it applies with and without setting spray. So it's totally up to you. It works good either way, but I like the pop and the punch that setting spray really adds to an eyeshadow when they're metallic. It really makes it stand out, and you can really tell the difference, in my opinion. So I'm going to show you here with the setting spray, and you'll see when I do the next eyelid without it, how it applies. You can definitely tell the difference, but it all depends on what you're going for. Some people don't like a pop-in like metallic shade. They like more of a dull kind of look, or they're not really into eyeshadows and they don't mind if it takes the back seat. But me personally, like eyeshadows are life, so therefore I like my shit to be on and poppin'. So moving on from that, I am going to do my per usual winged liner. I haven't recorded a video in like a year now, I want to say, but this step has not changed. I love the Lorac Frontline Pro Liner. It's still my favorite liquid liner. I haven't found anything to really replace it. I found a close second, which is from It Cosmetics, I believe, and that one's pretty good, but that's still my number one. Now for foundation, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. This is fairly new to me, so I've only used it a couple times, but so far so good. It looks really nice. It makes you look very glowy, but in a really nice way. And it's more of a dewy finish, I would say, but for me, I don't really mind different kinds of finishes, even though I do have oily skin, because I usually set my face with powder anyway. So I'm gonna either blot or like use a powder to help combat that oil that I get in my T-zone area. Now I'm going in with the Juvia's Palace concealer to, conceal my under eye area. Nothing out of the usual here. And to set that under eye area, I'm using this Becca Cosmetics like Hydra Mist powder. This is just something that came in a BoxyCharm box. It's a little bit different of a product. It feels weird because it's like a wet kind of feeling, but here we are. I'm using it because I'm committed to the cause and I love BoxyCharm. So to set the rest of my face, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Loose Powder in Medium Dark. They do have a pressed version of it that's not as messy. So if you prefer pressed, you can go for that option, but I'm using that to set my face. A necessary step here, but I'm using the Bare Minerals powder in medium to add a little bit of pop to my under eye area. I like to use that powder. It just adds a little more oomph to the under eye area. And then just setting the rest of my face with setting spray, as per usual. So to deepen up my under eye area, I'm using the color Vortex from the palette, and it's just a deep purple. It's not too overpowering, but it will definitely like deepen up that area. And then I'm coating my lashes with Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is such a great mascara. I love it. I don't like false lashes, so I really love a good mascara, but I think some false lashes would definitely look bomb with this eye look if you are using it for a nighttime look. Now I'm going in with Max Eye Kohl in Smolder, and I'm placing this in my waterline. I'm going to show you both options briefly so you can choose to wear it with or without the liner. I feel like without liner is a little bit more daytime appropriate, but liner can be day or night. It's totally up to you. And then I'm going in with the color, I think it's called like Moonstone or Moonshine, to brighten up my inner tear duct and my brow bone. That color is pretty poppin'. I really like it. And for bronzer, I'm using this Becca. This is actually a pressed powder that's used to set the face, but it's a few shades darker than my complexion, and it works so well as a bronzer for me. And I like it because it doesn't carry a ashy tone on my face. It's just really nice and warm, and it just softens up my contour, I would say. It's not so harsh. So I'm just going to bronze my face all over in the usual areas, nothing too precise, no harsh edges or lines. Now I'm going in with this Hourglass blush. This is a very soft blush. It's not going to be overpowering. It's just going to add the slightest amount of color to the cheeks, keeping it daytime appropriate and very subtle to the face. And for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy shade. This is really nice. I like this. It gives me that really beautiful glow. So using that for my highlight, I kept the skin pretty soft because I feel like the focus is the eyes for me, but it's just got a really nice glow to the skin. I love a nice glow, like regardless if it's day or night. I just like my skin to look very like fresh and glowy. Now for lips, I'm going with Buxom's lip liner in Hush Hush, which is a pinky nude shade, and I'm using this to line my lips. I'm not going to fill them in, and going with this Appeal Holographic lip gloss, which is more of a clear shade, and I'm adding that on top. So it's just a very natural lip. It's like a My Lips but better kind of thing. Just gives it a little more oomph. So from Hot Mess Express to this, here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do my best to try post a little bit more, and I hope you guys have a really nice day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!